Today, I will report about the Shinrin-Yoku at Fort Beijing. So, in 2018, Ping Random House UK published my book, Shinrin-Yoku. The book also was published in America, and the title was Fort Beijing in the same year. So, in fact, the book has been translated into 25 languages. And Dutch, French, Finnish, Hungarian, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, German, and Romania, and Polish, Slovak, Czech, Russia, Korea, Swedish, traditional Chinese, Danish, Thai, you name it. So, in fact, the Fort Beijing ranked in the bestseller in America in last year. Okay, so why is Shinrin-Yoku so popular in the world? Because Shinrin-Yoku has changed from a feeling to a science. So, what is Fort Beijing or Shinrin-Yoku? So, Shinrin in Japanese means first, and Yoku means bus. So, Shinrin-Yoku means Beijing is the first atmosphere of taking the fort through our five senses. This is not exercise, or hiking, or jogging. It's simply being nature, connecting with it through our five senses. Sense of the sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. So, Shinrin-Yoku is like a bridge. By opening our senses, it bridges the gap between us and the nature world. So, how to enjoy Fort Beijing? So, people can enjoy Fort Beijing through five senses. Sense of the sight, green color, yellow color for the landscape. Sense of the smell, special good smell, fragrance, fighting size. And sense of the hearing, so for the size, bird song. And sense of touch, you touch the tree. Also, you can put your whole body in the fort atmosphere. Last, sense of taste, just eating food from the forest, or taste the fresh air in the forest. So, why Shinrin-Yoku at the background? In fact, stress is a key word to understand Shinrin-Yoku. So, stress can induce almost all lifestyle-related diseases, such as cancers, hypertension, depression, cardiovascular disease, stroke, gastric ulcer, obesity, alcoholism, panic disorder, eating disorder, you name it. On the other hand, Shinrin-Yoku can reduce stress. So, why Shinrin-Yoku as a background? So, based on the above background, in Japan, a national health program for Fort Beijing was proposed by the Fort Agency of Japan in 1982 for reducing stress in works. In 2004, the Fort Agency of Japan organized a project team to investigate the effect of Shinrin-Yoku on human health. I was invited as a main member of the project. So, some people study first, some people study medicine. I studied first medicine to find the beneficial effect of Fort Beijing on wellness. So, I have my hypothesis, the relationship between Shinrin-Yoku and immune function. It is well known that immune system, including natural killer cells, we call the NK cells, play an important role in defense against bacterial, virus, and tumors. It's also well known that stress inhibits immune function. Fort Beijing may reduce stress. Therefore, I speculate that fort environment may have beneficial effect on immune function by reducing stress. So stress is a key word. So what is NK cells? So in our blood, there are 3 kinds of cells: red blood cells, white blood cell, and platelet. Because the red blood cell, the blood looks red. The white blood cell include granulocytes, lymphocytes, macrophages, and the lymphocyte includes T cell, B cell, and NK cells. So they are immune cells. So this is a relationship between the incidence rate of cancer and NK cells. So from the figure, you can find people with lower NK activity show higher incidence rate of cancer, whereas people with higher NK cells, NK activity, show lower incidence rate of the cancer in both males and females. So from these findings, you can find the importance of NK cells for human health. So this is a mechanism of NK-induced tumor cells, tumor cell death. So NK cells can release 3 kinds of anti-cancer proteins: granzymes, perforins, granulation, to kill tumor cells. So today's topics: effect of Shinrin-Yoku hormone immune function, effect of Shinrin-Yoku stress hormone, effect of Shinrin-Yoku on psychological responses, effect of Shinrin-Yoku blood pressure and heart rate. What is fourth medicine? The impact of Shinrin-Yoku on wellness. Last, the future development of fourth medicine. So first, effect of Shinrin-Yoku hormone immune function. In 2005, I conducted the first forward-based study in Japan. I published the data in 2007. The terms of forward-based and Shinrin-Yoku in English were first used and defined in this paper. So the subject were taking in rest is the first use. Just take rest, walk very slowly. And big Japanese sitter for it. And this result shows that Shinrin-Yoku can increase the hormone NK cells. So here. This is before the Shinrin-Yoku, day 1, day 2, due to Shinrin-Yoku, significantly increased. So, however, a trip to a place without fault, like city, doesn't enhance hormone NK activity in male. This is before the trip, day 1, day 2, almost no change. So, there's a question. Why do Shinrin-Yoku increase hormone NK activity? The answer 1, the number of NK cells increased. Also, the intracellular anti-cancer protein increased. So this is a result of the number of NK cells. This is before the trip, day 1, day 2. So this result shows that Shinrin-Yoku significantly increased the anti-cancer protein, granulation, perforin, granzymes, AB expressing cells. So sorry, just back. Okay, so this is before the trip, day 1, day 2, 4 kind of anti-cancer protein. So next, I conduct the third and the second and third forward-based experiment in 2006 and 2007. I conducted the second and third forward-based study in Agasawa. This is the birthplace of forward-based in Japan, and another place, Shinano Town. And I've investigated the sustained effect of forward-based, and the result published in the following 2 papers. So this is a Japanese subplace, the birthplace of forward-based in Japan. Very beautiful. So there are no mosquitoes in the fort because of the fragrance of the hinoki. Maybe you don't believe me, but this is true. So, learning some breathing method. And fourth female subject enjoyed the fourth therapy. So this is the result. This result shows that Shinrin-Yoku increased NK activity. And this effect lasted for 30 days in both males and females. This is before day 1, day 2, during Shinrin-Yoku. Day 7, day 30, male and female. Next, Shinrin-Yoku increases the number of NK cells, and this effect lasted for 30 days in both male and females. This is anti-cancer protein. So Shinrin-Yoku also can increase the anti-cancer protein, and this effect lasted for 30 days in both male and females. It means that you just take 2 nights, 3 days for Beijing once a month. So your NK activity will always keep in a higher level. So next, Shinrin-Yoku, effect of Shinrin-Yoku stress hormone. So this figure shows that Shinrin-Yoku reduces the urinary adrenaline, whereas CT strip didn't affect this. This is Shinrin-Yoku. This is a CT strip before day 1, day 2. So adrenaline is a stress hormone. This figure shows that Shinrin-Yoku reduces urinary adrenaline and noradrenaline in females. This is This is before Shinrin-Yoku, day 1, day 2, big reduction. This is mental stress. This is physical stress. So Shinrin-Yoku also can reduce another stress hormone, cortisol, in the serum in males. This is before, after day 1 and day 7. So this is a relationship between the stress and the immune function. So when people receive a stressor, there will be a tension and anxiety in the brain. So this response will disturb the autonomic nerve and release stress hormone. Both the disturbance of the autonomic and the stress hormone can inhibit immune function. So Shinrin-Yoku can increase NK activity by reducing stress. Effect of Shinrin-Yoku on psychological responses. So this figure shows that Shinrin-Yoku can reduce the scores of anxiety, depression, anger, fatigue, confusion, whereas increase the score of the vigor. So reduce the negative feeling, increase the positive feeling. This is before Shinrin-Yoku, after. So next, the effect of Shinrin-Yoku on blood pressure and heart rate. So for the Beijing experiment in the first. So when we slow walk, we will set a control experiment by walking the city environment. So this is the result. This is a city walking. This is a Shinrin-Yoku. This is a SBP. It's a DBP. You can find Shinrin-Yoku significantly reduce blood pressure compared with the city walk. The blood pressure was decreased about 7 to 8 mmHg by for Beijing. It's a very big reduction. So Shinrin-Yoku also can reduce your heart rate. So heart rate is a basic index of the activity of the autonomic nervous system. The decrease in heart rate indicates a state of relaxation with a higher activity of parasympathetic nerve and lower activity of sympathetic nerve. So this is this is city walking. This is forest walking. The same people at a different day, but with the same physical activity. So this is a mechanism of Shinrin-Yoku induced blood pressure reduction. So Shinrin-Yoku can reduce the stress hormone, can reduce the activity of sympathetic nerves, and increase the activity of parasympathetic nerves. Shinrin-Yoku also can reduce stress. As a result, blood pressure reduced. So this is next I will show the new science for medicine. So in 2010, the New York Times reported our study and cited 4 papers. So after this report, a publisher in New York invited me to write a book for medicine. And the book was published in 2012. So what is forest medicine? So since 2004, we have conducted many studies to investigate the effect of forest bathing on home health. We have established a new science, forest medicine, and published the book Forest Medicine in 2012. So imagine a new medical science that could let you know how to be more active, more relaxed, and healthier, with reduced stress and reduced risk of the lifestyle-related diseases and cancers by visiting forests. This new medical science is called forest medicine. So forest medicine is a new interdisciplinary science belonging to the categories of environmental medicine and preventive medicine, which studies the effect of forest environment on human health. So it's a forest medicine in America, English, Chinese translation, and Korean translation. So next, the impact of the Shinrin-Yoku wellness. So Shinrin-Yoku can increase the activity of natural killer cells, the immune cells that play an important role in defense against bacteria, virus, and tumors. So has a potential preventive effect on cancers. And reduce blood pressure and heart rate. Has a potential preventive effect on hypertension, cardiovascular diseases. Reduce stress hormones, and has an effect on stress management. Increase the activity of the parasympathetic nervous system, part of the rest and recovery, and reduce the activity of the sympathetic nervous system, part of the fight or flight, produce psychological calming effects. So, and has a potential preventive effect on depression and mental disorders. Reduced symptoms of anxiety, depression, anger, fatigue, and confusion. Has a potential preventive effect on depression. Improve sleep. Has a potential preventive effect on sleep disorder. Increase energy. Keeps health status. So has the potential preventive effect on lifestyle-related disease by reducing stress. The future development of the forest medicine. So based on the background, I would like to propose the future development of forest medicine. To expand the philosophy of forest medicine into global wellness field in the world. To establish the Shinrin-Yoku as a treatment for some lifestyle disease. To apply the Shinrin-Yoku for bathing into rehabilitation medicine. So this is my Society of Forest Medicine, another international society of medicine. And the Forest Therapy Society in Japan, 63 forest therapy bases. So many media report my research. Fuji TV, Japan Times, Bloomberg TV, American Scientist, BBC Radio, BBC World News, French Radio, German TV interview, French TV interview, ancient program about pesticides. Nippon medical school, thank you. Let's go to Shinrin-Yoku.